How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. I finally got everything all set up. I'm looking hella fancy right now with my green screen and all that jazz. I am going to show you guys today a deck that I've been working on. Well, I've got like two variations of it. It is a very low-level deck, and it is just 100% an all-burn deck, as you guys can see here. So, I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of it, and then we're going to jump into a ranked game with it as well. So, for deck number one, we have two Ash Blossoms, obviously for the hand traps, all that sort of jazz, so we need that definitely. Next we have Mahaama the Fairy Dragon. Now this effect is, in my personal opinion, ridiculously overpowered. So, during your opponent's turn, when either player takes battle damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can apply one of these effects. You can either gain life points equal to the damage that you received, or that they received even, or alternatively, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to that battle damage. So this is the only monster that we're actually summoning on our side of the field, and that is only as one as a wall, and number two to inflict battle damage to our opponent. It is literally all about just chipping away at their life points with this deck. We then have Lava Golem. It's obviously summoned on their side of the field with two monsters. And then obviously each standby phase they take 1,000 damage to their life points. We then have Tremendous Fire. Inflicts 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. But then you do take 500 points of damage to your life points. But it's not, you know, it's a pretty good trade-off considering. We then of course have Meteor of Destruction. If your opponent's life points are higher than 3,000, inflicts another 1,000 damage to your opponent. Chain Energy. Now this is actually a pretty overpowered card. That's why we're running 3 in this deck. Each player must pay 500 life points per card to normal summon, special summon, set or activate cards from his or her respective hand. We then have Chain Strike. Now this is obviously, actually you know what, we'll come back to Chain Strike in a second. We have Call by the Grave, just as again a sort of a last resort type thing if we need it. Just Desserts inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster they control. So obviously maximum they can have is obviously 5 on the field to 2,500. I think that's right? Yeah, 2,500, there we go, I have to think then, quick maths. We then of course have Ring of Destruction. During your opponent's turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls whose attack is less than or equal to their life points. Destroy that face-up monster, and if you do, take damage equal to its original attack, and then inflict the same damage to your opponent. Magic Cylinder. Now, I have 3 in this deck, and it is primarily because of Magical Cylinders. This card, I believe, is slept on so much when it comes to Magic Cylinder. Now, you primarily want this card first before Magic Cylinder, for the primary fact of you can set a Magic Cylinder directly from your deck or your graveyard, so recycling old traps, hella helpful. If set from the deck, it can be activated this turn. Now, when you activate Magic Cylinder, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and you can double the damage it sends back. So, 2,000 damage, activate Magical Cylinders, set a Magic Cylinder, and then you can deal 4,000 damage, just like that. It is an incredibly slept-on card. Grave Digger's Trap Hole for the hand traps, for the hand effects. Inflict 2,000 damage if you manage to negate it. We then have Trap Holder Spikes. This I did have more of. Obviously, I got rid of for Chain Strike. So I did have 3 of these originally in the deck. When your opponent's monster that was normal or special summon this turn declares an attack, destroy that attacking monster. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack. So it's not that great, but it's still inflicting some kind of damage. Dimension Wall. Activate only when your opponent monster attack. Instead of you that takes your battle damage, your opponent takes it. Secret Barrel inflicts 200 damage to your opponent for each card in their hand, or for each card they control as well. So ridiculously overpowered. All right, and then Chain Strike. So obviously you can link all of these quite a lot. I think it's only Magical Cylinders that is once per turn, from what I believe. Yeah, I think it's only Magical Cylinders and Magic Cylinders that actually is once per turn in terms of everything. So you can chain it all together. And And then this is where Chain Strike come in. So activate only as a chain link 2 or higher. You can then inflict 400 damage to your opponent times the chain link number. So let's just say we have we activate 3 secret barrels, and we then, let's just say, Ring of Destruction and Bad Luck Blast, which we'll get into in a second. You know, that's a hella a lot of damage. And obviously Bad Luck Blast for this is target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take damage equal to half its attack, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. If this card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. So that's sort of like a last resort. And then in terms of the other deck, what did I change out? I think I changed out a few of the cards. Yes, I think I changed out 2 of the cards. I don't actually know what it was that I changed out. I can't remember off the top of my head. We swapped out 2 of the cards in this deck for Wave Motion Cannon. During your main phase, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard. You can inflict 1000 damage to your opponent for each of the standby phases this card has been activated for. So we take it, we get Wave Motion Cannon turn 1, we activate it, goes on for 5 standby phase or 5 main phases. We then get rid of it, 5000 damage instantly done to the opponent. So I think this isn't a greatly consistent deck, this one, but I think it's possible. And obviously all of this sort of stuff is definitely interchangeable depending on your playstyle. And like I said, it's a very low level cost as well. I will go back in there quickly. So I think the only URs that we have in this is 2 Ashes, 2 Chain Strikes, and then 2 Call by the Graves. All the rest is like SR, Rs. I don't think we've got any normals. No. So yeah, it's mainly rares, super rares, and ultra rares in this deck. So it's not very expensive either. Obviously, I have got up to tier 4 in platinum with this very deck. Not the 2.0. I'm going to jump into a match with this. But with the first burn deck that I created, I've managed to get up to platinum 4. So it is definitely possible. And if you guys have seen on my YouTube shorts and stuff lately, you will see that I have been using this deck. And you can kind of get a glimpse of why I love this deck so much, because you can just do so much damage. We are going first, which is definitely helpful. Will we get Wave Motion Cannon on the first hand, though? That is the question. No. That's not too bad, though. We have Dimension Wall, Call by the Grave, Meteor of Destruction, Chain Energy. So, what do we want to do? We will Dimension Wall at first. And because obviously we want Chain Energy to be the last card that we set. Because obviously anything else, we are then going to start taking some life point damage. So, Meteor of Destruction. That's lovely. And we will then activate Chain Energy. So, obviously we didn't take any there, because obviously it was our last card that we set. So, we're still at 8,000. We don't have any magical cylinders or anything like that, but we do have Dimension Wall. Call by the Grave is gonna be sort of hit and miss if we actually need it. Obviously, guys, if you're new here, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification icon as well. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I think we're playing up against a Blue Eyes deck here. Yeah, there we go. There's the Blue Eyes. Honestly, sometimes these guys take so long. Oh, okay. So he's now going to get the Blue Eyes back, I think. That's another 500. Okay, so he's going for Chaos. No, 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 no. I think not. We'll get rid of Blue Eyes. Unless he's got a Blue Eyes in his hand, I think we are a little bit screwed. However, I think Chaos Form. Is that from the graveyard, or is that just from the hand? Okay, so it is from the graveyard. There we go. So I think we may be... Oh, Blue Eyes Ultimate. That's 500. Yeah, there it is. There's the Blue Eyes. Chaos. That's fine. It cannot be targeted with this card with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed. So he's going for another set. So we should be able to do 4k damage here. Okay, he's going for another summon. For another set. Target one dragon monster you control. Oh, let's go. Please. Please let this work. I swear to God if this works. Dimension Wall. 8k damage. Let's go. Now you guys can kind of get the feel as to why I love this deck so much. You can just instantly turn around a duel. We're going to jump into one more match quickly. Going second, okay. I am fully expecting a rage message coming through on Xbox anytime. Okay. So we've got the Ash Blossom in hand. That's not too bad. We've got Lava Golem, Call by the Grave, Magic Cylinder, and Magical Cylinders. Okay, let's see if we can show off Magical Cylinders a bit here. Illusion of Chaos, or up against a Dark Magician deck. I kind of feel like I may have screwed up on that one. Dark Magician deck are so difficult to get around. But like I said, this deck is very 50-50. Okay, you're going to get rid of the Ash. That's fine. Why are you being like that? When this card's activated, you can add one Dogmatica Ritual Monster or one Dogmatica Ritual Spell from your deck to your hand. And if your opponent controls a monster, which we do not. Okay, what are we going for here? I'm so confused. Anytime today would be nice. There we go. There we go. See, you're learning. Okay. Dark Magician, yeah. So what are we going for here? Are we just going as to wall up? Okay, so he's ending here. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. We've got Just Desserts. Okay, we will set. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, so we'll get rid of Magician Souls just because we got rid of my Ash. A little bit petty, but I clicked it by accident, to be fair. Still can't bring out Lava Golem just yet, though. So we'll activate Just Desserts, or set it, sorry. Magic Cylinder, and Magical Cylinders. Now, I think we might be okay for one more turn. Unless he can somehow bring out the Dark, I think it's like the Dark Magicians. Spell and Trap Negates are a bit of a pain. Yeah, we'll activate Magical Cylinders. Unless he can stop this right now, which he can't. That's fine. So we do have the Magical Cylinder just in case. Are you going to carry on? Yeah, I didn't think you would somehow. Nope. I'm not going to activate Just Search yet because it's kind of a waste right now because it does only have the one monster. So we do have Chain Strike as well. So that should be beneficial. We're going to... Or do I want to set... How many spots have I got? I've got 3 on the field, haven't I? So set that. And end. He knows that... Oh, okay. Go for Polly. Polly. There we go. I'm incredibly tired, as you guys can probably tell. No way. Is he bringing out Magia? Oh. I was about to say. I do believe that this has a negate, doesn't it? Neither player can target this card with card effects. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can discard one card and then negate the activation. So we could be okay here, actually. Because obviously it will get... we'll activate Just Desserts. And we will not chain link it. Okay, so I can't actually activate thingy with it, which is a bit troublesome. Yeah, I think this may be game here, to be fair. What's it going to do? If you can bring out a second monster, that'd be hella helpful right now. Get rid of that Red Eyes. Okay. Another Just Desserts. Yeah, I think this is game pretty much at the moment. Because I can't activate anything else realistically. So we'll just set Just Desserts and run our turn. The problem is, obviously, what with Red Eyes Dark Dragoon being currently meta, it is a pain in the arse if you come across it. Especially in ranked. I've managed to take out Tempai. Yeah, see, I can't really do much with this. I mean, I'm going to try and inflict damage because obviously I'll activate Chain Strike as well. Because again, there's nothing really else I can do. I mean, I don't know why he didn't negate it, because he would have gained 1,000 damage or 1,000 more attack. Ash Blossom, yeah, this is game. This is game over. Right, guys. So what I will do is I will leave the deck on the screen for you guys, so you obviously have a chance to look at it whilst I'm doing the outro. So, thank you guys ever so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. I've only put the first one up on the screen so you guys can sort of have a play around with it. Let me know what deck you're currently running in Master Duel. And thank you guys ever so much for all the love and support I've had on my videos recently. I can't even talk right now. Thank you guys ever so much for all the love and support on my videos recently. I do greatly appreciate you all so much. We are so close to 100 subscribers to finish off the year. Can we do it? That is only up to you. And yeah, go give me a follow on my social media, links in the description down below. And until next time, stay awesome, stay humble. Peace.